Good evening, everybody. Welcome to a Saturday night. We have 3 bands tonight. I know there's 4 listed, but we have 3 bands tonight. Headlined by Anaka, Reaper, and Incognito Theory. Exact was supposed to be here tonight, but one of their members got COVID, and they had to cancel at the last minute. So get better, buddy. So all local bands tonight, all using our back line. I'm going to give you a stage layout in a second. But first, I want to show you guys something with the board here. Normally, how you guys see my RTA and EQ curve right here, it's usually in peak mode with a 1-second decay. This is what I use for my EQ curves on everything. This is great to track feedback and see what frequencies are being problematic when addressing feedback in the monitors. But this may be a hot take, guys, but I like to put the RTA in RMS mode with a decay of 2 seconds. Therefore, I get to see the average volume of these frequencies, so that if I go to my master fader right here, I mean, this is commercially mastered music, but I'm using this to basically tune the PA, and you guys will see it. I'll zoom in when the band starts. Like on the snare drum, for instance, when he's hitting the snare, I'm able to see all the frequencies in RMS form, and that enables me to get a better tone from the snare drum. Same as the guitar, same as the guitars, and same as the bass. So this may be a top tip, guys, or maybe a hot take, but I love putting this in RMS mode with a decay of 2 seconds when the band's going on. Don't do this when you're sound checking to get monitors and address feedback. For that, you want peak at 1 second. But as you're mixing, going along, just getting a tone, I love RMS with 2-second decay. So let's bring you on the stage and give you a tour of the stage layout. Thankfully, the singer for the first band is a mic hand holder, and he doesn't need a stand. We are not using this vocal mic, and we're not using those vocal mics over there. He has his own mic. Great. This drummer is a lefty, so the floor tom is over here. These are his cymbals and his stands, obviously. That's just how we do it here. We keep our kick drum and our toms here. Drummers who play here are responsible for cymbals, stands, and their snare drum. And this is a big, fat pearl snare. Wow, that is a fat fucking snare drum. This band's very simple. 2 guitars, 1 bass, drummer, 1 vocal. Very simple. Stage left guitar has a very nice angle amp, and I'm trying a new way of miking up the cabs tonight, guys. The SM57 is just slight to the right of the center of the cone. So here's the direct center of the speaker cone. It's just right where the edge of the center of the cone meets the rest of the speaker. So it's right in the middle there. Usually a good sweet spot for an SM57. Sound check sounded great. Bass player is going with a GK combo amp here, going direct, simple. And stage left guitar is using a very nice PV amp. Again, same miking technique with the 57. First band is not using our Epiphany House bass cab, but I'm sure the other 2 bands tonight are going to use it. Get a look at stage right guitar player's pedal board. I'm sorry, that's the bass guy. That's the bass player. Here's stage left guitar's pedal board. Very, very simple, clean setup. Each band tonight is getting 45 minutes. We only have 3 bands tonight, so each band tonight is going to get an extended set. So, I mean, I've done enough of these where you guys basically know the stage layout at this point. So, with that being said, let's cut to the show.
Why God, I'll give you it. Don't ask me why I am this way. You don't even know who I am.
This song is called Death at My Door.
Yeah. That's right. Can you hear the hitchman? The piercing screams of a demon. The Reaper has you in sight. This is the night that you die. Bring your life away. Oh yeah. This is our anthem and we just don't give a damn. Raising hell on a Saturday night, me and the boys been sipping whiskey and wine. Through it all, we're standing strong. Through it all, we'll never fall. Raise your glass.
Alright guys, we are all done. Yeah, I reset the board to a default setting, but I saved whatever setting I had from tonight's show. I think I got this mix perfect the way I want it, and I want it dialed in. It sounded fucking phenomenal out here. Anaka is a great band. They kicked a lot of ass, and I had a great conversation with their guitar player over there. Guys, I mean, I talk a lot of shit sometimes about the bane of my existence being guitar players who don't turn down their amps. I make jokes all the time, but in all seriousness, my job is to make sure you guys on stage sound great out here. And I'm not going to tell you guys to keep your amps on whisper quiet, because these tube amps, especially these Mesa tube amps right here, they need to be cranked a little bit, and they need to be saturated enough so you can get the full tone of it. I totally understand. We are 2 team members here, guys, and that's all there is to it. They get it, so they are a fucking great band, and they sounded phenomenal out here too. But the board, guys, I got my mix dialed in to the best of my ability. This sounds as good as I can get it right now. I'm going to make a full video. I am here early tomorrow for a sound check. I'm going to try to show up earlier and film a whole video walking through this entire board, every setting I have, every volume I have, every EQ I have on here. I am going to show you guys everything. And hopefully we will get some good examples tomorrow with the band who is coming into sound check. So again, guys, every band that played tonight was a great band. I really enjoyed this show, and I am here to make sure you guys on stage sound good. And these guys are telling me nightmare stories about how sound guys at a venue that they played at last week that had seats like 5,000, and the stage is about the whole size of this room. These amps can be cranked on that stage, yet the sound guy was like, guys, you're way too quiet, and it brought it down to a whisper. I mean, these amps, tube amps, need to be loud enough to be saturated. That's how you get the tone, man. I don't get it. I don't get sound guys that like ask guitar players to have their amps be whispering quiet. But I also, by contrast, don't understand guitar players who think they're Eddie Van Halen, have their amps cranked to 11 in a room this size, and then literally almost flip me off when I tell them, guys, I can't hear the drummer over you. I normally don't do this, but as I started the show tonight, I posted my latest vlog on the channel, and I want to address this comment specifically by IJL-old. I was talking about, for context, I was talking about why bands need to label their snake sends if they're bringing an IEM rig to give to me front of house. And I said, guys, you need to have your shit labeled properly so I don't annoy you by asking you, what's this? And I want to read this comment. A gentleman and a scholar for that, but if only that was my experience with my band. I do all of our tech myself, and I am one of the 2 engineers in the band. We're a 4-piece symphonic death metal band that run a standard 5-piece drum kit with kick trigger, axe effects, helix, stereo tracks. Sometimes we split our 808s to a separate out if we're playing a venue. We know the engineer is competent, so they have more control. Otherwise, 808s are leveled to be corrected with our tracks and 3 vocal mics. We run an IEM split, and this just goes into the gear run. Our fantail is labeled twice on front of house and both on the XLR connectors themselves, and with big M3 tape tags with big lettering on both sides. I still have to walk most front of house techs through what kick trig, GTR direct, bass direct, center vox. Apparently, somehow, and I don't mean explaining our rig because they don't get our tech sheet. I mean, literally on stage, everything is ready to go, and having to explain that GTR stands for guitar. Jesus fucking Christ. It boggles my mind how night after night I have to explain to front of house techs the meaning behind obviously labeled labels. It's gotten so frustrating that I'm ready to kit our entire rig to have all the drum mics too, and just give front of house a stereo patch from our IEM mixer as a house mix, despite the fact we're certainly not at the level where that is really practical for us. I definitely know it's just the places we've been able to play, and maybe our rig is just too sophisticated and overkill for these tiny clubs and bars, and this is totally a fucking rant. At least you acknowledge it, but sometimes it's just relieving and validating to hear an engineer actually point out the labeling about making the job easier when I'm so accustomed to hearing complaints, if not outright bitching, about our otherwise tight and compact rig. There is a lot in this comment, so I'm gonna label essentially what I'm about to say now, but you, first off, madam, thank you for being the, 2% of my viewers that are women. Thank you for checking out the video. I'd love to get more female viewers, but this is clearly a very male-dominated channel, so shout-outs to any women who check out my videos. So I want to address a lot of things here. First off, you went on, your setup is very, very easy. I've had touring bands come in with far more complicated setups. I've had local bands come here with far more complicated setups. You have a very simple setup. And if you have everything direct like this, this is fucking easy for me to just label and connect to my stage box. I reserve A10 and A11 on this box over there for backing tracks. I have A2 over there for a kick trigger or whatever drum samples that you want to do. If you want to give me mono tracks, I have availability for mono backing tracks and stereo backing tracks, and I have over here A7 and A8 for more backing tracks. So I know where I need to put shit if I'm going to connect your lines to me. Center vocal, Jesus Christ. If a front, okay. I'm getting annoyed for you, IJL. I'm getting annoyed for you because any front of house guy, any sound guy that doesn't look at this band setup and see how obvious this labeling is and they can't figure it out, you don't deserve to be behind a console. You don't deserve to be working in any venue, much less a bar or club this size. This is a small club. You don't deserve to be working if you can't see a band like this and figure out where shit goes. Now, if you don't have sufficient inputs, that's something you could talk to the band about, and you guys can work together to figure out what can and can't work. Because I can't imagine your neighborhood Applebee's or, Cletus's Bar Tavern. I can't imagine a place like that having an X32 or professional console. But if you're playing clubs and venues where they have a full stage box, full X32 or console, and a full PA like this, and you're working there, you better fucking be able to do this. Otherwise, you don't deserve to have a job. I'm the last person to say someone should be fired, unless, of course, you're talking about the Metallica crew there that fixed that debauchery of that fucking set. But it boggles my mind, IJL. It boggles my mind that sound guys don't get how simple your setup is. But I will say this. I will say this to you. I'm addressing you personally and to any band that has this same type of mentality. I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I'm putting myself in that category with competent sound guys. I know how to do my job on here. You guys hear my mixes all the time, so I would hope that my opinion can be validated just a little bit here. I know how to make a mix sound good in this room because I know how this room sounds. If you give me all of your independent multi-tracks, I will be able to get a great mix out in front of house. I personally have never encountered a band where they do what you do, IJL. I've never encountered a band where they gave me just a stereo master output, they mix it themselves, and all I do is just basically ride the master fader. I've never had a band give me that and it sounds good. I've heard one or two bands that come in and they sounded okay, but I know I could have mixed it better. And that's just because I know this room, I know this PA, I know how everything sounds in here. But that's just me. But I totally understand your frustration, and any sound guy that really is worth his or her own shit should be able to have you connected here. And I'm sorry you've had bad experiences with sound guys where you feel like you need to basically have them be master fader operators. I'm really sorry about that. But from my perspective and from my experience, and this is just me speaking, every band that I've encountered that has me be essentially a master fader operator where I can't control everything about your mix, it's always been a disaster. I had a Black Label Society tribute band come here a couple months ago, actually, and they gave me a stereo in and out. They said, oh, we do our own sound. It's going to be great. You don't have to worry about anything. When a band says you don't have to worry about anything to the sound guy, it makes me fucking nervous. And sure enough, they sounded like ass. I had a line of people, literally a line of people over here coming to tell me that it sounded like shit. And I was caught between a rock and a hard place. I couldn't do my job. So, again, this goes back to what Anaka just said to me as the show ended. We got to work together. Me being sound guy, you being a band. We got to work together. And this, I mean, you guys, IJL, you guys do the right thing and label your sends so to make it fucking painless for the sound guy to connect. It's up to us, the sound guy, to look at your labels. If it says bass direct, center vocal, you should be able to say, okay, this center vocal, this goes into input 22 on my rig. Bass direct, that goes into input 9. Stage left vocal, that's 19. You know, tracks 7 and 8. Like I know what inputs I need off the top of my head just from looking at the stage box. It boggles my mind that sound guys are this trash at their jobs too. I mean, it goes both ways. So maybe this will be a good video idea. If you, let me know in the comments if you guys would like a video of me basically telling sound guys how to get ready to do their jobs properly when it comes to dealing with bands, and vice versa, bands getting ready to start gigging, or maybe you guys need a little, you need a reality check of how to deal with sound guys. Let me know if you guys would like those type of videos. But thank you for the wonderful comment, IJL. Thank you for commenting on the video, and thank you guys for watching this video tonight. Take care. Peace.